Hello everyone, we are back. It's been a little bit, but here we are from Salem with Love.
Yeah, welcome to another episode. I'm Anna Campos. I own Circle of Stitches here in Salem, and I'm at Circle Stitches on Instagram, and I'm here with my BFF.
I'm Jacob Anaya. I am Fiber Dreams by Jacob on Instagram and on TikTok. And I also am Crochet by Jacob on Ravelry. So yeah, it's been a good minute. What's been going on in your life in the time that we've been away?
So yeah, I was out of town for almost the entire month of July, and unfortunately my grandma passed away. My very sweet grandma, Tina, who so many of you knitted shawls for. You said crochet, now it's stuck in my brain. They were all knitted shawls, but thank you everyone who knitted a shawl for my grandma over the last year. It really helped her feel really loved and supported during a really difficult time in the time that she had left, and we all miss her a lot, but it's she's at peace now. So so I got to go home for a while, and originally the idea that I was visiting her for her birthday, but she passed the week before I got there, which was really sad, but at least I got to be home and with the rest of my family and spend some much needed beach time at a beach that doesn't have absolutely frigid waters.
Or crazy bacteria levels.
Thank you for that nursing perspective.
Well, no, that was just, it's been in the news for the Lynn Beach and all those other beaches that are around here.
Yeah.
It's a little cool.
Yeah, but now we're in the middle of a horrible heat wave, so maybe the frigid waters of Marblehead Harbor will actually feel good.
Maybe.
So what have you been up to?
So, I have been hiking like a crazy person all summer. I also decided that I was leaving nursing, and I got a job now. Like, I was looking over the last couple of weeks, but I got a job now that it's still hospital related, but it's not direct patient care. I just was having a bit of burnt out and needing a little bit more time for my own mental health, which I think is important, and everyone should kind of have those moments to check in with themselves.
I'm so proud of you for doing that.
And in that time that I was going, because I use my knitting as my stress relief. I've been knitting like a crazy person. If you check out my Instagram feed, you can see all the crazy amounts of things that I've just been going crazy knitting, and I'm not even that fast of a knitter.
I'm not sure that this microphone is on. Is the microphone on? Yes.
No. Everyone just got booped on the nose with that.
I know. Can people hear this?
Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on a little bit with me. It's been really great to get closer with family, because when we go hiking, I go see my mom and my aunt. So it's been really good.
Nice.
So I guess I will dive into
what have we been
one
knitting?
of the things. So I was kind of given the honor of test knitting a new pattern that came out by Max Cyr. It's the Goldstar sweater, and we'll put the link in the thing, but what's better than splicing in a picture is actually having the sweater to show you.
Yay!
So I'm going to dig through my little clown car of tricks right now, because I brought a bunch of things today to show you. And so this is the new sweater. It's the Goldstar sweater. I made mine a little bit differently, because I put a little bit of jazz in there and put some Spincycle in the part. I do them with like fabric softener, and I put essential oils in when we soak it.
I just realized I'm sniffing your clothes on camera,
though. It is, well, no one said we were normal. But yeah, so I used Brooklyn Tweed. I don't know how new the line is that they have, but they have the Tones line that's like an over dye or an under dye of a certain color on top of a gray or a white. And I used Stonewash, and then the over dye of Granada, and then I did Tones of Earth for my
that's the Spincycle Dream State
mid color right there.
Look how pretty that gradient looks. Yeah, we don't have the Brooklyn Tweed Tones line, but you can definitely knit this in just the regular shelter line.
And so I have a couple of ideas, and actually a bunch of different lines. So Some of them, I will tell you, if you're ordering them, they are in a DK weight, but if you gauge swatch with the DK weight, you can sometimes use them for the worsted rate as prescribed by the pattern. So it's just kind of a matter of how much you want to gauge swatch, but you're going to have to anyway, so you might as well.
Want to gauge swatch.
Yeah.
There's no if you want to.
If you want to, but like it depends, like if you want to go
if you
for a
want your
worsted.
sweater to fit, gauge swatch.
Oh, also you might want to go up on the needle size when you do your color work. Because I did not, and mine's a little bit less than what the gauge is. But, anywho, we'll go into colors because I got distracted again by stories. So I'm going to do the first one in the shelter. A lot of my colors this time that I'm picking are kind of inspired by hiking, just like looking at all the different landscapes and everything, so that's why they're kind of earthy toned. So this one would probably be your color A. This is from Brooklyn Tweed at Shelter, and it's in the colorway Foothills. And so I was thinking that, and then the reason why I kind of pictured it together is I was just kind of thinking like different colors of leaves and sun peeking through, and then having this one be your little scattered color in the middle like my Spincycle was. And then if you've been hiking a lot, and recently, lots of brownish grays because everything's dried out. But it's kind of earthy tones, and I kind of love this whole little moment.
I'm going to leave you for a second because Lizzie's knocking on the back door. Keep going.
Okay. And then, so, my second one that I'm choosing, I kind of was inspired by pools and water. So, this is the one that I did. So, this would be your color A. It would have this one as your little peek-through color. And then you would go into your dark green color, and I'll give you the name of those colors right now. This one is Malabrigo Rios Lettuce. This is in the worsted weight. This one is the Malabrigo Rios Aquamarine. And then this one is Solis. And then together they would kind of go...
Solis, not soulless. Like
Solis. It is Solis. No. But then you'd start here. This would be your little peek-through color, and then that would be your main color. Right, and then my last one, I told you I'm going like everywhere with my yarn companies, but it works.
Ooh.
So
I like that one a lot.
This one is my little jazzy one if you wanted to do like a Spincycle in the middle like I did. So I decided that maybe I'd play with a little bit of daylights and nightshades. Nightlights. Yep. That's where we're going with this. So I did my first one would be Caffeine in the daylights, and that would be your main one that's the top color. Then you'd have this as your little peek-through color for the Goldstar sweater, and then that would gradiate kind of much like mine, so it would be interesting to see that together. And then your third would...
This is Wololo, by the way.
Yep, that one. And then this one is Cinder, and so I figured that the orangey overdye that they do with this effect would go well with the Wololo. And so then that would all be together.
Yeah, because daylight, the caffeine has a dusting of brown, and the Cinder has a dusting of orange. So I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. So I have not been knitting much because life's been all sorts of crazy. But what I'm working on, we are nearing the deadline for our summer breeze knit along. So I'm still working on my Nasoy tee. I'm getting near the end. And so I've just split. So yeah, this is the Anzula Breeze, which is that really nice silk and linen
really pretty how that yarn
blend. Yeah. And so this is the back where I've just split for the back. And you can see the front here is being held by, ta-da, the knitting Barber cords. See, I really do love them. I use them for real. I don't just say that for show. For show. So that's what is on my needles. And hopefully I'll be done with that very soon. And we got some new Hedgehog fibers in that I wanted to share with you folks. And so the first line that I want to share that I'm really excited about is we managed to get our hands on some of the Hedgehog fibers Tweedy, which is a really beautiful tweed that is also super eco-friendly. You can see it's got the little bits of color and the way that they make that is that they save all the ties that they put in their skeins for hand dyeing. And so they save all of those and then they send them to the mill to spin into slubs for the yarn. And they actually use recycled wool in the main blend as well. So it's 50% Falkland Merino, 37.5% recycled wool, and then 12.5% of the colored thread waste. And so it's really beautiful. Every batch is a little bit different. So this batch is a little lighter than the first one. This has got a nice taupe base, and it's limited quantities, so you should get some. And I will admit that I had to keep some for myself because it's just so pretty. And what I'm going to be knitting with it is Andrea Mowry's Winter's Beach Cardi. And so here's our first splice. So as you can see, it's just a really nice open front cardigan with some beautiful textures and cables. Annie has actually knit it before, and she was telling me that it was really fun to knit, and it was one of those patterns that she was knitting, and it made her feel like, wow, this designer just really loves constructing sweaters. This is so well put together, and so I'm really excited about it. And you should definitely get some. But Tessa also pointed out that since it's the DK weight, you could knit a Nevasca shawl with it, which is my pattern, which I designed for Nightshades and Daylights, or Nightlights as we're calling it now.
We're calling it Nightlights.
But if you do it with the Tweedy, obviously it'll have these like fun little specks. So those are some ideas of stuff that you can knit with it. I guess I should splice in a Nevasca photo. There you go. So that's what I think of that. And the other line of theirs that we got is their sock yarn, which I am excited about. I love a bright, colorful sock yarn. So do you want to show some of the colors that you picked?
Yes. Right, let me pull these guys out. All right, so the first one, don't mind me, I'm having a moment.
Everyone's loving that color.
I'm just going to refer to it as mint chocolate chip ice cream, but it's actually called Goblin.
Which is a great name.
It is a great name.
Look at those specks. Yes.
Yes. And then we're going to look at Phoenix.
So pretty.
It is. I love this one.
Yeah, so these are great, one skein projects.
And then the last one that I picked out to show you is Deep End.
Beautiful. And I picked some of my favorites too. And since it's sock yarn, obviously you can do a one skein project like socks. And, I always feel bad that we continue this like Andrea Mowry Love Fest, which just has so many good patterns. The DRK Everyday Socks would be perfect for something like this because it wouldn't compete with the yarn. And since they are ribbed all over, for your pleasure, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. It actually makes the fit really good because the ribbing helps pull the fabric in. So I'll go ahead and splice it a photo now. Oh man, I'll blame the jet lag. So this color is Dragonfly, and it's really beautiful, super saturated. You look so disappointed in me.
I'm not disappointed. I'm just giggling on the inside.
This color is Potion, which is gorgeous, but also I love the Witchy name. So look at those colors. And this one I really love as well. It's not as bright, but I really love all of the subtle tones in it. And this one's called Matchstick. And Annie really loves this one too. It's funny, and the green that you picked, Goblin, is Lizzie's favorite.
Oh.
So that's that. Aren't they fun? Hold them all up so they can see all the color goodness together. Look at that. Amazing. And there's, more here behind us.
And the real wall, not the fake wall. The real wall.
Right, see? It moves. It's not a background.
And then your tarot kit.
Yeah, so I have a few more goodies that I wanted to share. So Llamas just happened a few days ago, which is one of the Witches' Sabbats that marks the first harvest and the grain harvest, and our Fiber Witch boxes Sold out pretty quickly. It was a smaller run this time because, I knew I was going to have to leave town. But we did get some extras of the beautiful tote bags that my friend Ro of Home Row Fiber Co. designed for us. And so this is the Merino Sun Magic design. And it's screen printed on here, designed by her with all these super witchy elements. You can see the moon phases, the crows, the sunflower, right, for the peak of summer. And here we have an apple split open into moon phases. An apple is like a super sacred witchy symbol. And the screen print, it's hard to show on camera, but this ink right here actually has a slight gold metallic tone. So they're super cute, super pretty, but also limited edition. So be sure to get yours. And the other witchy goodness that I wanted to show you, we're definitely gearing up for witch season up in here. We got these super cute cross-stitch kits, and I admit the packaging doesn't show off how good they are, but they are Tarot Major Arcana cards in cross-stitch kits. So here is the Empress, here's the Hermit. So these are super cute, and we don't have all the Major Arcana, but we have most of them, and they're awesome. I can't wait to start one. That's what I have to share.
I might start one too.
You should. They're super cute. Let's do it. So yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So yeah, it's kind of a short episode today, but we're happy to be back at it. I have a survey going out right now in our newsletter that is helping me plan for fall classes, both online and in person. So if you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out, I would love that, because then we can put together things that you guys are excited about. So I'll put a link to that in the show notes below. And I think that's it.
All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.